Hello, Self, Cosmos, Universe. Let's play here first with some magic mirror work. It is Tuesday, October 7th, 2025. I got to wake up to the end of the full moon and sunrise together today, which is glorious when you see the colors of the sky along with the moon at the same time. That was around the end of 6 a.m. kind of thing, 7 a.m. And then I had my amazing morning coffee and urine enema while listening to Mailbag Monday by Jack Mallers, learning and just noticing more and more about Bitcoin. And then now coming up here, I've sent out a bunch of messages, done a bunch of work for Ohana Sage and for people I love and clients and everything else like that, and setting things up. And now doing a little magic mirror work before I might get more specific, head over to my little office, do some uploading, open up some new accounts, make some changes, trades, all this other fun stuff. And today is a relatively open day. There's work that wants to be done. There's family that wants to be enjoyed. There's husbandry that wants to happen. And just noticing one step at a time, noticing the rushingness, the part that's like, must get it all done at once. Gonna light the fire right now too to move some of the energy. One of my favorite things is actually having a fire going at all times, even if it doesn't make any sense. It's like, let's have some more fire, let's burn some stuff. And putting actions, motions, plans in place. Had a really good chat with my beloved yesterday about what our money, investment, wealth generation thesis was, and where it might be heading. And really grateful that she's got more capacity to do that. Yesterday we went hiking at Lake Minnekawa, and it was awesome. That place normally has a ton of bears, but we were making so much noise, singing, laughing, mushroom finding, just playing with, exploring, laughing, crying with another family, Cinderella and Conrad and their kids. And it was so much fun. It was such an impromptu, special birthday treat. And amongst all that, saw some herons, saw some turtles, saw some ducks, and then little creepy crawlies as well. Lots of these beautiful black with a kind of a rusty or maroon colored stripe through them, a nice wide stripe that might mean that it's going to be a milder winter here. And then also connected with beautiful hape and making phone calls because some things got canceled, and just clearing and cleansing the energy and closing loops there. And we probably went hiking for about 4 hours. And what was great was we all felt really good after that. And just noticing the difference, whether it's part of this Ibu cleansing that's happened, whether it's the cleansing of the moon, whether it's our own connection, our ability to be direct with each other, our authenticity, whether it's the constant working out. I carried a big pack full of snacks and other things, and I'm really glad that I did. It's just showing me and showcasing capacity to be with. And at one point I even had my little man on my shoulders, and I was just like, this is relatively easy, which is great. And I'm supporting and encouraging him to be his full active self and not trying to be more than or less than for him. And so now, this morning, actively shifting more of the fiat into the exchange, really noticing what that's like, really learning and relearning and remembering that there's so many different ways to play the games of this earth. And one of the things I keep coming back to is, what if we all are playing by our own rules and we're applying and trying to pressure each other to the rules of the games, instead of saying, hey, we may have some shared common goals, rules, all that stuff. And for the most part, most of them are relatively fluid. Whether it's what feels like a tiny microscopic difference, or whether it's a giant exponential difference, cool. And then noticing, because as we're talking about, for example, the money, the investment, all those theses, and noticing as we're shifting, there's a part that says, oh my God, we've got to get everyone else that we love on board as well as soon as possible because so much is changing. And it's like, no, first it's owning our own stuff, because what we think is the end, which is just the beginning of the awareness, is just the beginning, because then it's actually stepping into the awareness, embodying the awareness, being the awareness, and seeing what comes out of it. And that's a big part of it. A lot of people who are doing the work, even deep work with me, think that they're getting somewhere, and they are. And the analogy is the same as punching in a destination in the GPS. When you arrive, it's not that things are done, it's things are usually beginning, because they're like, okay, I got to the place I wanted to go. Now the actual adventure starts. And then the real key, and here's the paradox of it all, is to remind yourself, even the getting there is the adventure. That's part of it right now for me. I have this, it's almost an attachment, a desire, a want for the adventure vehicle, Lexus GX 460. And totally, we could get by with a much less adventure vehicle. And this one checks all the boxes: reliability, luxury, quietness, power, possibility, adaptability, so many different things. And so I'm going to play with this. I'm going to dive into it. I'm going to trust myself with it and say, you know what? This is the work. This is the work to go through the process. This is the work to say yes. This is the work to find alternative ways to do this. This is the work to notice how the possibilities unfold and let it to unfold and invite it to unfold and request it to unfold in the best ways possible. So there's that piece. What else is there right now? There is cleaning, got that. There is the part of really honoring my little man. He wants more play dates. And how do I create that for him in a way that's really nourishing, welcoming, enriching, not just for him, but for us as a whole family? And how do I step into and out of my work as needed in the best ways possible? So I'm going to notice that today. We've charged up all these crystals out here, which is fantastic. I do have an order placed for a new phone, which is fantastic. And whether I get the 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte, I think I'm going to stick with the 1 terabyte. It's just a little bit crazy for the 2 terabyte. The question is, do I go regular, do I go Pro Max? And I can't say for sure yet which way is the better way to go. But I recognize that I'm ready. I'm ready for this next chapter. I'm ready for this next chapter of the unfolding of the phones. And it's okay. I'm both ready for it and completely not ready for it. What else is there? Breathe. Breathe. Breathe in the air. Set your intentions. Dream with care. I'm really enjoying singing. I'm enjoying this voice and this new discovery of voice. I'm noticing, do I do more of this EBOO, or is this it for now? And more likely than not, this is it for now. I will be engaging in a real thorough parasite cleanse in the near future. And again, I'm clearing and cleansing the home, the house. Let's continue to let parts, things go that don't need to be held on to. And gonna send some messages out. I sent a message to my brother and see what else other messages want to come through, record and send them out, because it's a ton of fun sending out love. And it's a ton of fun being really conscious of the people I want to spend time with. All right, ciao for now.